2, 1, go.
My name is Tanner Pletzke, and I'm a visual artist and photographer. I like to describe myself as a visual artist because so much of my work goes beyond still photography. I've directed short films and pilots. I make fake posters for futures that may exist but currently don't. And most recently, I've contributed my film and video work to large-scale music installations as well. I started shooting photos like a lot of people just to capture memories. When I was young, my maternal grandparents were absolutely the treasurers of their family memories. They had books and books and books of disposable camera images, and even to my surprise, some panoramic stitched photos. Those photo albums taught me the importance of capturing a memory, the importance of tactility, and the boundaries that you could cross to create something like even bigger than that. In my mind, having more ways to fuck up a photo makes that moment more exciting. The closer you get to missing it makes it better in my mind. I love film because it is an encapsulation of that risk. The necessary time barrier between when you take a picture on a film camera to when you get it back, it's never faster than an hour, 2 hours, and it's more likely weeks. The picture could look like anything, but the fact that you're so distanced from it temporally makes it feel different. About 2 years ago, I started intentionally making collages with my cameras. I was making up for a lack of a wide-angle lens that I owned by using my zoom lenses to piecemeal comprise a giant, sprawling scene with tiny little bits and pieces of photos. My first panoramic image that I created was the view from my roof in Bushwick, Brooklyn in New York. I zoomed in on one thing and I zoomed out on another, and I tried to get the composition just right and make records of the things that I stare at the most. Panoramas aren't a new practice by any means, but this sort of freehand technique is a lot less established. As I started making and selling prints of my other more traditional work, I wondered if it would even be possible to make a large-scale panoramic collage. And furthermore, if I wanted to make that using traditional darkroom techniques, I really didn't know how that would happen. I was in my community darkroom one day and I looked at this giant lightbox table that they had, and I thought I could use it for this project. A darkroom lightbox is basically a flat, semi-transparent panel that is backlit, so that anything you put down on that panel has perfectly even light passing upwards through it. So I was lucky enough to find this shop that basically prints a giant positive image in the same way that photographic film works. I send them a digital creation of a panorama that I've created, and they burn that image into this giant piece of clear plastic film, and what you're left with is this skeleton of the image. It looks smaller than I thought it would, but I know I have more that are even longer. It's cool because it's kind of like the first time I'm seeing this view since we were there too. I'm getting that same feeling, you know, you just like keep wanting to look at different spots, and I know there's still a lot to do, but I'm happy with it. In an attempt to sort of marry the digital and analog halves of my practice, I decided to build a frame that could essentially house a curved darkroom light box that would allow light to pass through that diffusive layer, through the film, into your eyes. I think it would feel really close to reality. I have this theory that I refer to as the door. I use it as a thought experiment with my friends. I bring it up obliquely and mention how it would be so wonderful if we just had this door we could walk through when we needed a break from everything. And past that threshold, everything would stop and be still for as long as you'd like. Things really move so fast and we don't get the time to appreciate the beauty that's around us as much as we should. I really want you to see and experience what stillness feels like. I hope that when I create that parabola, when I light it from behind just like it is in real life, and step into that viewing point, I hope it feels like I'm there again. I want it to surround you and I want you to feel there, with me, together.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Is everybody looking?
And it's so funny. I have like the last photo before my grandmother had that stroke. My grandfather, her, and I have a photo right on this set of stairs.
Really?
Which is
That's
awesome.
awesome.
So you'd be right here.
This is Notre Dame too, here, right?
After looking at the panorama, something that was so beautiful that happened was that people who had been to that spot in Paris before started talking about it as if they just went there. The memories of being there were coming up for them again. I didn't know I needed to hear that, and I'm so happy that I did. The fact that it brought my old friends and new friends together, it's a greater success than I could have ever imagined. This project is the culmination of a lot of confidence issues. It's the first step into exhibiting my work outside of making a few prints here and there and selling them. And it's the encapsulation of 3 years of taking this photography seriously and treating it like a craft. I want the next ones that I make to work even better, but the distance that I've already come to get there is all the validation that I need right now. And I'm just so excited to show it to more and more people.
And cut.